Hey everyone, welcome back to Cardcast number 8,
Jeez Louise.
brought to you by the Warehouse Sports Cards on YouTube.
Almost double digits.
We've been doing
Might
this for a
get
minute.
serious.
Yeah.
No, maybe
Um. So today's topic is slow sports card market is good, and I think a lot of people disagree with that. It's kind of counterintuitive, but I think for anybody that's serious about um, the hobby, as far as whether you're collecting, especially if you're collecting. But even if you're trying to make money, even if you're trying to do this for a living, like the market we're in right now, even though maybe it's going down, is probably better than the market we were in a year ago. Like
it's a
there's definitely an argument there both
yeah.
ways, but
It's a different business. Um, a year ago, it was buy everything you could get your hands on and wait 3 months and it'll go up.
buy everything for more than what the last one sold for.
Yeah,
If you could find somebody to sell,
yeah.
and yeah, hold it and hope it
And
goes up.
and it went up. So, it takes. I think it takes a little more um experience to buy stuff when it's going down, but there's more money to be made.
People are a lot more willing to sell.
The volume for sure. The volume is much bigger. Like we're we're buying stuff every day.
Yeah,
You know. Um,
I know.
of
It's
course,
crazy.
that last hour and a half of the shop tonight was. I mean, there was a line to show me stuff.
And it was crazy. Like it was
Yeah,
all kinds of different stuff, bunch of autograph stuff. Did you buy any of the jerseys?
I got them. Yeah,
You ended up with them.
I don't think some of them are authentic. I mean, we'll try, but
That chip just
yeah,
raw.
yeah. I think what we'll do is just sell, mark out the jersey and maybe just sell them as jersey or something. Because the
Yeah,
autographs will come off if, they're in a nice jersey. I mean, the jerseys were nice, but
yeah.
um, the Willie Mays baseball was authenticated by Say Hey himself and a Say Hey authentication and had a King Griffey Jr. autograph baseball with his dad on it.
Mhm.
Um, 5 or 6 other Hall of Famers. I mean, it's not earth shattering stuff, but it's fun stuff, you know. I mean, it's not every day by Willie Mays baseball.
Right. No, it was
So
really cool.
yeah,
And like it was just random of sort like new singles, 80s wax, signed bats, signed balls, signed jerseys, signed cards, like all in
in
the span
person,
of
out
like
of the pack,
yeah,
in the pack, brand new 2021 optic baseball
yeah,
next to 2011 tops or factory sets. I mean, it was 5 people, 5 or 6 people.
yeah.
Um,
All in the course of like 2 hours.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It was a busy day today, busy day.
Yeah.
But it's, I mean, that's going to be the market for, gosh, who knows how long. I mean, hopefully for a long time because, I mean, it's obvious a lot of the time that people like to do opposite. I mean, you always hear that do opposite what everybody else is doing, but this is putting it in practice. It's hard.
It's
I
it's
mean,
counterintuitive.
like
Like it's
like if everybody else is selling, it makes you just want to sell.
yeah.
And it makes me want to buy. It
Yeah.
makes me want to buy.
Yeah.
Because if everybody's selling, the prices get cheaper. I mean,
Yeah.
um, before, I mean, even 6 months ago, I was like, well, I better buy this deal because I don't know when I'm going to get another one.
3 months ago.
Yeah. Especially on Chief stuff, Mahomes stuff, like you couldn't touch it.
Yeah.
And I've picked up 5 nice Mahomes cards already.
Yeah.
This week.
Yeah.
It's Tuesday.
For sure.
I mean, it's the vice grips are let off. That they're 2 and 3. Like I'm not worried about Patrick Mahomes' long term value. Like this is what I was talking about whenever I said let's get another one before we
Yeah.
anoint him the next Tom Brady.
Yeah.
Like it's hard, I mean everybody knows it, but they don't put it into practice.
I mean, right now, according like 20 years from now, people are looking back and they tell the difference between home. I mean, they can, but
Yeah. Well, you got one that helps.
yeah.
I mean, it's like Drew Brees or um, Aaron Rodgers. They each got one. Aaron Rodgers has 3 MVPs. It wouldn't shock me if Mahomes gets 3 MVPs and 1 Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a great career.
Excellent
Yeah.
career.
So, um, yeah. I mean, even if I think if I was a Patriots fan, I wouldn't take championships for granted. Even if we had 6,
Yeah.
like one's like the icebreaker.
But now, like, okay, 6 months ago, a year ago, people wouldn't sell stuff for 80% what the last. Now people are lining up to sell stuff for 60% of what
Mm-hmm.
the last. I mean, the only thing you have to do is get it sold before the market goes further.
Right. It's systems in place to get the stuff moved. I mean, it's the same. It's what I've been doing. You buy a collection, you sell enough to get your money back, and try to piece out the rest of it later. Because there's something right behind it. I mean, that's how we got the Waldo Porter stuff.
Yeah.
So it's like, um, this is what I've done my entire career because it felt like from 2008 to 2019 was down.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't, nobody cared about cars. I mean, not your neighbors, and I shouldn't say nobody, but your neighbors and your kid and they weren't cool.
Yeah.
So that's what we were doing. It was like you just buy enough to make enough money to pay the bills, and then hopefully you get enough money back to buy another collection.
Yeah.
That's what you were hoping to do. But now it's like everybody was out buying cards, and now those same 90% of those same people are looking, thinking, nah, maybe not. And now they
Yeah.
want to sell them.
Yeah.
So,
And I don't think, like, once it's not easy, people don't really want to do it. Like, they think they do, and when it's easy, they do.
mm-hmm.
Like, but
It's that way with everything.
when you haven't spent the time or the work to put those things in place, build an eBay store, make connections, have ways of getting rid of stuff. Like those guys that were just flipping slabs the last year that haven't done all that stuff.
Yeah.
Even if they wanted to, they couldn't really take it. You're starting behind the eight.
Well, there's going to be a lot of people that made 6-figure profits last year that are not going to make a profit for 3 years now, but they've made enough funds to hang around for a while.
Yeah.
So they'll be, but they're not, if they don't figure it out, they've made enough money where it's going to take them a while to go, to leave. But it's getting back to where you need the systems in place and some experience and knowledge or whatever you want to call it to figure out how to make money again. Like just because you buy something, it's not going to go up forever.
Well, and just because you buy something and there have been some that have sold for more than that doesn't mean that you'll sell that for more,
Mm-hmm.
or that you'll sell it for more in any type of decent time.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's a lot of little tricks and stuff how to get that stuff moved.
Yeah, different channels, Facebook, eBay, those are the big ones, but there's other ones.
Yeah.
A lot of kids have Instagram that are moving cards, big cards.
They do, but are people buying that stuff right now? I don't keep up with it. I don't know. I doubt there's near as.
They're not buying. I doubt they're buying like, $3,000 Luca rookies and stuff like that right now. But, I mean, any income stream's a good one.
Sure,
as long as you're not wasting too much money on it.
It's definitely good.
Or time, I should say.
I just think like for 18 months, people have kind of felt like, gosh, I wish I would have got that. Or like, say you've got this person who didn't really have a following, and they're working on getting their Instagram following built up. They're not working on their eBay. You put something on eBay, and
it's kind of instant gratification, kind of. I mean, that's good.
Well, it's
instant flips.
It's a huge market. Like there's just people all over the world that have access to your stuff.
Yeah, you got to build it up, sure.
your 100,000 Instagram followers doesn't matter compared to eBay's
Yeah.
100 million.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, I was thinking more like probably not kids, but like those guys that go live, card collectors do. Uh, I mean, if you
Oh, they do.
yeah, it's like those income streams. But if you have, I mean, any of it's for any of it's going to be. Um, you just got to have space. You got to have places for everything to go.
Yeah.
Like that's kind of what I was saying when earlier. Like when you take advantage of the situation now, when you have some money to invest in some different things that you don't know about.
Yeah.
You could learn Facebook, or you can learn quicker ways to sell on eBay, or
Yeah.
take some time to do that, because when you're it's like investing your time and your money into your business when you do that. And now it's gonna if people that did do that now it's sure.
What do you think is the biggest thing that holds people back from being successful? And we're just talking about like doing cards either to make money, whether it's just on the side, a hobby, something. What do you think is the biggest back?
Um, gosh, I mean it's different for different people, but most of it is um effort more than anything.
Yeah.
Either they don't have the time or they don't make the time. I mean, it's time consuming business for sure. I mean, to sort the stuff, to list the stuff, to take pictures of every card, and to make money at it, it's very time.
If you're putting in, like, it's not easy to do if you're putting 6 hours a week.
No, not no, not at all. I mean, you can't move quantity at all. Like you can't. I mean, I think we went through like this week we went through a receipt, or this week and last week we went through a receipt. That's 50 receipts. That means we made 50 purchases.
Yeah.
So in cash, that's not counting PayPal and stuff like that. Like, so to move that type of quantity, I mean, we're, we're putting in 12-hour days every day.
Yeah.
So I know people can't do that. I mean,
Yeah.
we're not talking about making a living at it. If we're talking about money, like just making a little extra money, um, you're gonna kind of have to get lucky to buy the right cards.
Yeah.
Buy one deal and spend a week on it. You can do that as well, but make extra money, it's just got to be effort. Lose that extra 2 hours of sleep a night. Sleep 6 instead of 8 type deal.
Yeah.
But that's the same way with any business.
Yeah.
Just this one's a little more fun.
Yeah, but it is. It's a
Yeah.
Most people flip slabs. They're not willing to
Easy.
spend 10 hours sorting.
Yeah.
It's easy. Yeah, exactly.
I mean, if you don't, we're gonna find out the people that were just in it for the money, like the people that are just in it for the money. Sports cards would be a fad for them, and they're gonna move on to like NFTs.
Yeah.
The
next thing.
Yeah, they'll be. I mean, I don't have to sort the stuff. I don't have to. I don't even get to open the pack. Like I don't have to store it. I don't have to sleeve it. I don't have to grade it. Like then they'll go to NFTs. But the people that were really collectors, or enthusiasts, or whatever dealers, they'll still be around. But it takes time. It takes a lot of time.
For your hardcore collectors, I think in a few ways, this is an awesome thing that's happened in the last year.
Yeah.
So much stuff's come out of the woodwork that just wasn't on the market before.
Mm-hmm.
Rare numbered stuff, refractor parallels, things that is available now, and
they're in circulation.
It's gotten. Well, I mean, some stuff's gotten. It's in circulation, and over the next couple of years, probably leveling out.
Yeah.
But it's definitely, you're definitely buying at a better time for most stuff than you were 6 months
ago. For sure, but it's gonna get better. I mean, prices are gonna continue to drop. I mean, I think so.
Yeah.
When Justin Herbert's in the discussion for MVP and his rookie cards aren't going up. There's a reason for that, and it's like the amount of people that want the card and the amount of people that have it to sell are the same.
The amount that they're willing to pay for it.
It's the same, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like auctions are going off at 150 because that's everybody knows there's going to be another one for 150 later.
Yeah.
There's 6,000 of them or whatever it is.
Yeah.
So, there's not 6,000 Mahomes rookies or 6,000 even Dak Prescott rookies or, so he's got to be. I mean, he's got to win Super Bowls for that card to go up. Like there's just a ton of them. Two of them. I'm thinking three
about
of
them. Trayvon Diggs. Trayvon Diggs. Mike said, "What did you said something about this Trayvon Diggs card's worth like $20."
Yeah.
Or his cards are worth a lot right now. I said, why? He said, he's got 6 interceptions the last 5 games. I said, well, in order for his cards to stay up, he's gonna have to get an interception for every game for the rest of his career. So we'll see how that goes.
Take advantage while you can.
Yeah. I've got some Champ Bailey cards I can sell.
Yeah. Right. Charles Woodson stuff.
Yeah. Exactly.
I mean, it's not all like we're lucky, I think, because it's not like falling off a cliff. Like
right.
Like we did the show this weekend, and it's the 5th show in a row that there was less people than there was 5 shows ago, but it's also the 5th best show we've ever had.
Yeah.
So it's not falling off a cliff, and it's the gradual decline that we were hoping for. But we peaked in February.
Yeah.
And unless something different, magical happens, we peak.
Yeah.
I mean, almost every big card you see is peak.
Yeah.
So it's getting back to normal, and I think it's a good thing.
I think it's a good thing.
Yeah.
It helps you plan more. It helps you, like, there's less risk involved. It's more stable.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you give me, like, set the price of this card at $10 forever. And then all I have to do is buy it at a price that
I don't know how many times I've tried to buy stuff at the shop and 6 months ago, and people would say, but it's going to go up. Like, you can pay me 85% because it's going to go up. You can buy it. And I mean, they weren't wrong most of the time.
Yeah, most of the time.
I don't have to deal with that problem anymore.
Thank God.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, now they're like, please take it.
Yeah, it's like, I can pay 60% on this pile of new inserts and stuff like that. It's like, I mean, everybody knows that's going to be $100 worth of card for a while.
Yeah.
It's like, there's pluses and minuses, of course, but like overall, this is the market, and that's, and it's not going to nosedive, and it's not going to go skyrocket.
Well,
like it's much more steady, much more, and that's good for everybody, I think.
I mean, the baseball market hasn't really. There are parts of it that have changed, but the Bowman Freddie Freeman has been $8 for the last 3 years.
Yeah.
Like
it might be hot right now.
It might be $20 right now. I've got one going on.
Yeah,
I'll let you know. Got one I'm getting ready to list, so I'll let you know. But yeah, I mean, outside of like Justin Dominguez.
Yeah, but it's back to normal. Like there was 4 or 5 guys that were hot. Like everybody chooses. Everybody chooses Tyler Hero for 3 weeks. It's like,
give me a break.
It's back to normal though. Like not everybody's hot like it was.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like I think there's still a chance. This is just me. Is this just me like reading into something maybe not there? But I think there's a chance because basketball's so reactionary that there is crazy stuff like this where like Tyler Hero in the preseason averaging like 25 games, so his card goes from $5 to $20.
Mm-hmm.
That's the result of a reactionary environment, but it's not going to go from $5 to $50.
Yeah.
never.
Or it's not
again,
going to
you
go
know?
from $20 to $100 like it
Yeah.
like Pro Bowl or something. Like it's just
Yeah.
not. It's back to normal. Like
Yeah.
Kevin Moss hit 20 home runs in April of 1990 for the Yankees. Like there's going to be hot players, but it's not where every card on the market is hot.
Yeah.
Like so it's a different.
When the basketball season started last year, for a few weeks, not for very long, but for a few weeks, like, because I watched a lot of games, and anybody that took off, I could just jump on ComC, buy their stuff, set the price higher, and make $100 overnight while I slept. For a few weeks. It didn't matter who it was.
Yeah.
Like I did that on Nikhil Alexander Walker. I did that on. There was some other guys.
Yeah.
I can't remember exactly. Well, but and you might be able to do that at the beginning of the season.
Mm-hmm.
That would not surprise me.
Basketball is kind of weird because it hasn't, like, there was no off season,
and it still hasn't come down at all compared to what it was. Basketball was not desirable at all in 2019. Yeah, Jason Tatum PSA 10. What were we?
$28, I think, or something stupid like that.
Yeah, he was good.
Yeah.
Like it's not like he just became good in 2018 or 2020. Like he was really good.
Number 3 pick.
Yeah,
he was good.
I mean, Sasha talks that he was buying Luka for like $60.
Really?
Yeah, his rookie year. Yeah. So like 2019, he was buying it. Like before the winter of 2019, like summer of 2019, maybe, or whatever. Yeah, he was buying Luka like 50.
I mean, hopefully it never gets that low again.
I hope not.
I hope we gain some people that'll stick around.
I mean, the basketball market needs to be better than that, or nobody playing.
Yeah.
I mean, it's all relative. I mean, if a Luka goes down to 50 and I can buy it for 30, I'm cool with that.
Yeah. Just got to do it many times.
Cool with that too.
Right? Because there's a bunch out there.
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly. There's 500,000 of them.
Yeah, right?
You can do that a lot. This is going to be a shorter podcast. We've got an auction ending tonight, so we've got probably about another half an hour to 40 minutes left that we can kind of go into some stuff, and maybe we'll try to hit on some comments now while we're about halfway through.
Is there any way to kick Jason Wolf out of the chat?
Yeah.
No.
Oh. That's good. Dude, I miss your old videos. I thought they were well done. Thanks, James.
There you go.
I appreciate that. I kind of miss them too. I really enjoyed making production videos, but those videos take like a long time, like 8 hours, and I just don't have 8 hours. Like me putting in 8 hours here is selling, $5,000 or getting that much ready or whatever, as opposed to, making a video. So it just doesn't make sense. I might try to do some, like if I can find some that like hit that I really want to make.
You got a lot of video, yeah.
Yeah. I've got a break video we had an unofficial trade night, and one of the guys, actually a couple of them, but one of the guys broke a bunch of stuff, and we were just hanging out at like midnight.
Yeah.
Break, and he pulled an elephant skin select. Who was that? It was a rookie, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Was it Zeke Nnaji?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, no, it was good though.
It was a rookie.
Okay. Yeah.
We'll see in the video.
Yeah, but there was a bunch of cool stuff. So I'm trying to make a video out of that, but I haven't even looked at it since I took that footage. But I appreciate that. All the overextended people are panic selling. Yeah, I think there's a lot of people that just knew they had some stuff, and were just waiting to see how high the market would go. Like there's a lot of people that had stuff in their closet and they knew they did, and they've never even asked what it was worth. That are coming in.
I also think there's a lot of people that bought retail stuff to hold it and some of them put it on a credit card, and then like it wasn't going up fast enough to pay,
The interest.
losing interest on the credit cards.
Yeah.
I mean, I've bought some of that. I mean, I bought like playoff stuff from 8 months ago. Show,
Yeah.
I think there's some of that too.
For sure. There's definitely still how much retail stuff that people's closets still
Lots.
in
You're
basements.
never gonna run out of it.
So much.
Never gonna run out of it.
Yeah. This is a 1988 Donruss right here, ladies and gentlemen. Amazing pickup on the XRC Mahomes. That's the second time we picked that up.
That's the second time we've had that card. Yeah. Yeah, that's a crazy card, man. So the first day we met each other, I think I bought that card.
I made a video about it.
Yeah, it's in the videos. It's the $25,000 Patrick Mahomes or $40,000 Patrick Mahomes collection.
Yeah.
It was a 9.5 XRC rookie.
Yep.
With 210 subgrades and 295 subgrades. And the person I traded and sold it to wanted to try to cross it over to get a PSA 10, and it didn't work out for him.
They cracked it.
They cracked it to send it in.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, it was a gamble. It was, lose 3,000 or gain 7,000. So
yeah.
So yeah, and then they came back and wanted I guess they thought Mahomes was the GOAT, and they wanted to get the actual GOAT, Tom Brady. Like they goated up.
Yeah. Oh, goated up.
They goated up.
That works.
So yeah. So it's a BGS 9.5/PSA 9 Patrick Mahomes rookie.
Do you know of any particular stories of a card that you've bought and sold several times?
Gosh, it happens a lot more than you would think it does.
Yeah. You can just keep cycling back through.
Yeah, I've definitely owned the card 3 or 4 times for sure.
That card? Oh, different.
Any
cards,
card, yeah, not that one, but you sell it to somebody, the other person sells it to another shop. One of your customers buys it from that shop and then comes and sells it to you. I mean, it happens a lot.
You ought to just loan cards to people.
Yeah, just a pawn shop in it.
Yeah, you ought to just like lease cards to people. Like, for $20 a week, like
you can hold this card.
Yeah, you can hold on to it. You can store it.
Yeah, here's this $5,000 card for $5,020 deposit.
Yeah,
you can hold it for a week and then return it.
Yeah.
Yeah, not right now. I don't want to do that because who knows where it's gonna go. A week's a long time.
It feels like that sometimes.
Yeah.
So. Hobby Champs. Hey, thanks for being here. This is the first time I've noticed that you were in the chat. Maybe you were in here like back when it was I just had my Card Collex channel, but I follow your stuff on Twitter, and I appreciate you putting some stuff out about us. So thanks for that. I think, let us know. Do you have a shop? I think you have, maybe we're saying something like, do you have a shop somewhere? And you might just like post it in the comment, like where you're at, stuff like that. That would be cool.
Thank you.
Yeah.
2020 sealed hobby football X is going up. Yeah. I think it's a decent class. I mean, Burrow's good.
Yeah.
But the cheaper singles aren't necessarily going up.
No, the singles aren't going up.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. Like, why is the wax going up? It doesn't make.
I think now the wax is a separate investment from the cards. Like I don't think you buy a $120 Prism Blaster to open it and get a Herbert that's worth $80.
No.
That's
the best card you can pull.
Yeah.
I mean, you can pull silver or whatever.
Orange or something, but still.
But that's realistically, the best card you can pull.
Yeah, so I think now it's just trading wax.
Yeah.
Just trading product.
Kind of like
the mutual fund thing where you're betting on the whole class type thing.
Yeah.
I mean, even Hurts looked good against the Chiefs.
I mean, but with those kind of populations, you're betting on this year's 1993 NFL football class.
Yeah.
Like,
You're hoping you got a box of SP
yeah.
instead of a box of Clear.
Who all was in that class? I run across them.
So
Marshall Falk.
he was 94. Rick Meyer, Jerome Bettis, Hall of Fame running back. Yeah.
Guys that had amazing careers.
Yeah.
But you can buy their stuff for $2-3.
Yeah.
Easy.
Yeah. Warren Sapp was in 95. Isaac Bruce was in 94. Yeah. Curtis Martin.
Yeah.
Top 10 running back of all time, stat wise.
Yeah. Curtis Martin, too. I was thinking.
Yeah.
Curtis.
He's in 95.
All those guys were around that time. Yeah. I mean, they're amazing careers.
Yeah.
But made so much of it. And we think, like, the product that's out right now is so much more limited. Like, but we figured it up.
It's because you can't, it's a mindset of, and they do a really good job of it. Like they do a print run of that stuff and it's set to go. Like, you have to do it that way with the autographs and stuff like that. But they don't put out 6 cases week 1. They put out 1 case at each Walmart, and then it's not there anymore. It must be short.
Yeah.
Next week there's another case, and the next week, and all of a sudden 12 weeks later they're still putting out a case at every Walmart in the United States.
And will be for the next 18 months.
They could, yeah. They probably could. So they do a good job of making it look more limited than it is.
Good luck finding wax for any year up until 2018.
Right now, yeah.
But for the next 10 years, you'll be able to find 2019, 2020 wax.
It'll be, anytime it gets high, people start to dump it because they think that's the highest it's going to be, and then it goes back down to normal.
Yeah.
And it just sits at this plateau area,
I mean, those were always like that was like the urban legend that they made a million Upper Deck, 89 Upper Deck sets. We did the numbers. They made a million Topps Chrome sets for this year.
Singles. Like each
sets.
person. Yeah.
Yeah. So, we're not as far off as people think we are from 1988, 1989.
Not, especially in relativity to how many actual people were in the United States in 1990. I mean, it had to be 200 million. I mean, there's more people, so they probably printed more cards. Well, I mean, just the amount of cards per person, I bet it's even gone up.
That's one baseball set out of 30, or 50, as opposed to 4.
Yeah.
2, like 50 basketball sets as opposed to 2.
Yeah.
There's way more. Yeah. There's even more.
I mean, there could be a time 5, 10 years, 20 years from now where one set was overproduced.
Yeah.
But everybody's picked that set as the good set. Like 90 Leaf.
Yeah.
Like people still like 90 Leaf, even though it was overproduced. Like people might pick Prism, or they're not gonna pick Select because there's so much of it up there.
Yeah.
But they might pick Optic or something, and that still has some value more than everything else. But I mean, if you want a Donruss Joe Burrow rated rookie to have him sign when he's inducted in the Hall of Fame, they'll be out there.
Yeah, you'll be able to find them.
Yeah, there's no shortage, man.
But it doesn't. It doesn't. That's okay.
Yeah.
They're making that for a reason because people want
it. It's easier to sell that stuff. Every Derek Jeter Topps rookie I put out, so every Griffey Donruss rated rookie I put out will sell.
Yeah.
It's not a life-changing decision to buy it.
Right.
It's that's really cool. Maybe I'll take 2 instead of 1.
Yeah, I'll take 2 of those.
Maybe when my grandkids are around, that car will be worth something.
Right. Yeah. No, you're right. You're right.
You'll sell every one of them still.
Yeah.
And it'll just be $5 instead of $50.
It's a lot easier to sell. It's a lot easier
to buy.
Yep. A lot easier to maintain that relationship with that person.
Yeah, for sure.
Stress.
Right.
Yeah, for sure. Let's see here. These guys ever read comments? We
Welcome,
do,
James.
but we try to get through some content, like some stuff that's on our mind. Talking undefeated season. Yeah, I mean everybody talk. The Chiefs talking about the undefeated season. Everybody wants to think positively, I guess.
I didn't hear anybody. Nobody in the world thought the Chiefs would be under 500 after 5.
Nobody. No pundit. Las Vegas did. No, but you could have made a lot of money if you bet
Yeah.
that.
Nobody.
Yeah.
Jordan Poole.
Bought some Jordan Poole stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was planning on just flipping it probably before the season started.
Yeah.
I just bought it on Star Stock. But that train is past. Like it's so that site is so slow.
Right.
Like it used to react like overnight. But nothing happens on
Yeah.
there. Tyler Hero and DeAndre Hunter. I hope DeAndre Hunter does well. I got a bunch of his stuff.
Market Movers was pushing Jordan Alvarez 19 chrome base.
Yeah. Oh, that doesn't surprise me. Who was we watched? We actually skimmed through that
We
earlier.
fast forward to the numbers.
Jordan.
Jordan was 3. Herbert was 4.
There was some basketball in there too, wasn't there?
Yeah, Jordan Poole was 2.
Tyler Hero.
Tyler Hero.
Yeah.
And 1 was Wander Franco.
Yeah, so now you know what to sell.
There you go.
Now you know what to sell.
Use that video with a grain of salt.
Yeah, I like RJ Barrett. Fedor likes RJ Barrett.
Mm-hmm.
I also like RJ Barrett. I've bought a lot of RJ Barrett stuff. So I hope he does good.
Yeah, Bryce, that one at the bottom there, stuff is plummeting in baseball. Like, Bryce Harper might win the MVP.
He might.
Stuff isn't.
This
Yeah.
Bowman Chrome PSA 9 sold for 40.
That seems cheap.
Yeah, people don't really like that card though.
Yeah.
For some reason, like his rookies are tough. He doesn't have like a really good rookie.
Yeah.
He's got those complete set rookies, the greenback. He's got the leg up.
Mm-hmm.
But like his actual base rookie, I don't know if you've ever had one because like it's the
661.
Yeah, it's like a $1,500 card.
Oh yeah.
The one that not the leg up, but the one where the regular one, it's $1,000 card.
Yeah, it's a short print.
Yeah, super short.
Yeah, I don't think I've had one.
It's not as short as you would think, but I've never seen one. I think there's a decent amount of them out there. I looked at the top for one time. Yeah, he just doesn't have like those Bowman and Bowman Chrome free rookies. And I don't even know if he's got a first.
2011.
That's his first.
Mm-hmm. I mean, he's got that 2010 USA card. That was,
People don't like that card.
People don't like the USA stuff. I don't know why. I really like Matt Olson and Corey Seager, and those guys have like 2010 or whatever.
Yeah.
They don't have another rookie card for like 2 or 3 years. Nobody cares.
I like it too.
Alex Bregman, Francisco Lindor, they were all in that set like 2 or 3 years early.
Yep.
And I like that stuff. I like the USA baseball stuff. It's a big deal to me.
Yeah.
And I love the WBC, the World Baseball Classic. I'll sit here and watch Japan versus Italy to watch Anthony Rizzo or Mike Piazza played for Italy for because his grandma was born in Sicily or something.
Really?
Yeah, like the first one, there was guys like that like they qualify, their names, who whatever, but they would qualify and they'd play for Italy or something. It was fun. Yeah, I love that type of stuff, but most people don't. I get it.
You know what? Can people even hear us?
Desktop audio is working.
Oh yeah, it is, but the mic's all the way over here.
Oh well.
Nobody said anything yet.
Yeah, maybe we talk loud enough.
I have a really good microphone.
Testing.
Yeah, that should be better. Golly. Oh, just an online. Oh, cool. Yeah. I don't know. For some reason, I thought you had a shop, but thanks for this for the Twitter shout outs. Appreciate that. Um, but yeah, I think any stuff like that, like Bryce Harper, is pretty much like all he has to do is ride out the rest of his career, and he's in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, especially if he wins another MVP, man. 2 MVPs.
Oh yeah, he's guaranteed if he wins another one.
I mean, it's him or Soto. I don't know who else it would be.
What's that?
MVP? Yeah.
Yeah, it's got to be.
It's him or Soto. I mean, freaking Ohtani's going to win it, you know, just because there was something I was checking on. Was it us that was doing it that night? Like, we could add, I think it was Garrett Cole and Aaron Judge together to get Shohei Ohtani's WAR or something. Like, you take a pitcher that was that level and like another position player that was that level, and you'd have to add those two together to get his WAR. It's like Garrett Cole plus Aaron Judge is going to win the MVP.
Yeah.
Right? That's take up one roster spot. That's the most valuable player in the league.
It's got to be.
Yeah. I mean, what happens if he does this like 5 years in a row? You're going to give it. I mean, people will wear out. It's not going to be new anymore.
It's not going to be new, but also he'll have broken every record. Like, I'll really regret the Ohtani stuff I've sold.
Yeah.
You know, I think there's next to zero chance he does this for 5 years. Like, I think there's very little chance that he gets 3 years of this. Like, eventually, there's so much money. They've got so much invested in him. Like, they're
going to. They don't now.
They don't?
No. He came over a year earlier than he could have, and they're only paying like $4 million a year.
Yeah, but they paid the Japan like 150, didn't they?
I don't know.
To get him?
Maybe.
Like, they had some deal to get him, I think.
Yeah.
Like, they had to pay.
Yeah, that could be.
So, I mean, you know, do you want a guy that can come in and close for you or be a middle reliever, you know, and DH for the next 15 years?
Yeah.
Or do you want a guy that can start 20 games and DH for the next 2? I mean, I think they want both. But.
Yeah. But even Aaron Judge and Craig Kimbrell still the MVP.
Yeah.
If you got 40 home runs and 40 saves.
True. Zero defense. You get WAR for saves?
Yeah, I think Liam Hendricks. I was looking at something. He's the highest WAR guy. It was like 2.3 WAR for the year or something.
For his closer?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So how do closers get in the Hall of Fame?
Most of them don't.
Yeah.
I mean, Billy Wagner's not in. I think there was only a few. So like, Goose Gossage, Raleigh Fingers, Hoyt Wellham was a reliever. Dennis Eckersley. There's a guy that got in. I mean, Mariano Rivera was the first guy with 100%. But there's guys that Lee Smith isn't in. He was like third all time in saves.
A lot of those guys started out as starters, like Mo and.
Well, that's what relievers were. They were failed starters. Every one of them. That was what they were. Because they weren't pitching 50 innings. You know, they weren't pitching 85 games. They were pitching 50 because the starter was going 7 or 8.
Yeah.
So that's what relievers used to be. It was failed starters.
True.
Trevor Hoffman got in, so but still, it's like, I mean, if you have a guy, that would be a cool stat that would never be broken. 40 home runs and 40 saves in the same season. I mean, that's a record that would be pretty cool.
40-40.
Yeah,
and 40 stolen bases.
Oh, man. 40-40-40.
Ohtani could do it.
Yeah, talk about MVP then.
No kidding, man.
Jeez Louise.
Brandon Guyer almost had 40 hit HBPs. Hit
40,
by pitches.
40.
He got hit by a pitch every 11 times he was at bat. His, what was it?
This is what a stance looked like.
Yeah,
leaning over the plate.
Exactly. Yeah, he would. He was really good at it.
Yeah.
Like, he'd lean his leg in.
Yeah.
Like, act like he was dipping down, but lean it in just enough. Yeah. He was even good enough to like not get hurt by him.
Yeah,
31.
that's a lot.
He had 31 hit by pitches and 19 walks that year.
No, nobody was scared of him. He can't walk if you get hit by the pitch of the second pitch. You still need 4 balls.
They said based on the percentage of walks to hit by pitch for the rest of the league, somebody would have had 47 and a half walks if they got on base 51 times and like 3 hit by pitches. He had 31 hit by pitches and 19 walks. Yeah.
He figured it out.
Yeah. That's how he stayed in baseball.
Yeah. 370 on base, hitting 220.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, I wonder if Franco's a superstar, man.
Yeah. He's good. Theodore thinks Randy's going to retire. I don't know, man.
I think he'll stick around a while. Yeah, I think he'll stick around a while. He's got it's 5 games and it's 3 losses. There's just as good a chance. There's a better chance the Chiefs are 6-3 than it are the 3-6.
Yeah, way better.
I mean, they played. I mean, the defense is horrible. Don't get me wrong. Like,
do you want to talk about that for a minute?
Not really.
You want to air?
Not really.
No.
I don't.
Nobody?
I mean, we got some guys on there that shouldn't be playing football anymore.
Who?
Dirty Dan Sorensen.
Dirty Dan. He's so bad. He played so badly. Let's put it that way. He played so badly.
I mean, they have to get up there and say the right things.
Yeah.
But Tyrann Mathieu showed us he did what everybody in Kansas City wanted to do. Like it's if he Dan Sorensen knows he's not the best safety in the NFL.
Yeah.
The reason he's on the field is effort.
Yeah. Smarts
and effort. Like he knows the game. Like he made plays for us that the Texans game when we went to the Super Bowl, we're down like 22-7. And they tried to run a fake punt, and without him, they would have got the first down.
Yeah,
he's intercepted passes that clinched games. Like, you know, they weren't spectacular catches, but he was in the right spot at the right time. Like that's what he does. So when a guy like that, when your defense is going bad, and a guy like that shows 0 effort, which is why he's on the field. He's not on the field because of his athletic ability, you know. And he stops covering a freaking tight end 40 yards down the field. It's like, that's when you know there's something wrong with the defense.
I think there's something wrong with his eyesight because, like, you pointed out that one fake he bit on, but there was another one that he bit just as hard on.
I mean, you see Justin Herbert running this way, and you see Sorensen running the other way while looking at Herbert.
Yeah.
I mean, I know.
I'm sure he has responsibilities.
Yeah, they're taught to keep covering that guy, but it looks really bad on film. Especially when that's your 4th worst play, not your worst play.
I guess technically you're covering a screen too, like a backside screen as well. But it's just it looks really bad. And you can't make an excuse for just stopping covering a guy.
No,
there's no excuse for that.
I mean, you know, there's no pass rush. He's probably standing back there. You know, he's probably standing there, having a peanut butter jelly sandwich and, saying hi to his mom, calling his mom. Oh, yeah, sorry, 8 seconds later, we got to throw a pass. Jeez Louise, man.
Yeah.
We only got an hour. We can't get started.
Yeah, Monday night. We need to do some Tuesday morning quarterbacking. Some Monday morning quarterbacking.
We're in cover 2. Run the ball.
We know, exactly. Andy, just give us a call.
Run the ball.
Just give us a call, Andy. Move Chris Jones inside.
We know it all. We
move Frank Clark to the outside. Take your fullback.
Chris Jones needs to be a tackle.
Yes.
Throw the ball to Clyde.
Throw the
ball to Clyde.
Run the ball with Tyreek.
Yes.
Throw the ball to Clyde. Move Chris Jones inside.
Make them come up. Watch 2005 Indianapolis Colts games.
Yeah.
Where Peyton Manning ran it and ran it and ran it and ran it and ran it.
and maybe they got stopped on one, but then he ran it again because he needed those safeties to be pulled up so him and Reggie Wayne could have a second half.
Yep.
You know, it's like, this isn't rocket science. It's on film.
Yeah.
They know it better than I do.
They know it. Why don't they do it?
I don't. I think they know that they're better than everybody else if they're allowed to play their game. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Like if it's, you know, like he doesn't want to have 17 play drives.
Yeah.
You know, he wants to, he's not dinking and dunking to anybody.
Yeah.
Like, even when they call screens, he's looking downfield.
Yeah.
But I mean, this worked for 2 years, you know, but it didn't work in the Super Bowl.
Not at all.
And now there's a game plan to beat you. And it's worked 4 out of the last 6 games.
True.
And we should have lost week 1.
True.
So, I'm all for making yourself doing what you do best, but it hasn't worked for 5 out of the last 6 weeks. So let's try something different.
Do better.
Yeah. Well, it's so frustrating because the first screen pass to Clyde, he gets hurt.
Yeah.
And then after that, they throw 2 more to Darrell Williams, and they work.
They worked.
Yeah.
Really well.
Yeah. I mean, 8 yards on a screen pass could be our running plays.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, who knows about Spagnuolo, man? Like, in the third quarter, when we made our run and stopped him 3 times, we finally blitzed.
Yeah.
Josh Allen was a different quarterback. Lamar Jackson is a different quarterback under pressure.
Yeah.
Like, if you make him throw the ball to win, the Colts did it last night.
Yeah.
Like, you box him in, you keep letting him throw the ball in the pocket, and he can't do it.
Yeah.
You know, on a consistent basis. He missed a wide open touchdown to that guy in the first quarter. Like that's what we did, you know. And they figured out Patrick Mahomes a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, and now he's got an adjust.
Yeah.
And adjust is dumping the ball.
There's a lot of adjustment going on. They won't let him run.
It took him 2 years to figure out how to beat him. It better not take 2 years for us to figure out how to beat them again.
Well, if so, we'll still be here. Well, you'll be on a beach somewhere.
I hope so.
Retired.
Yeah, right.
I'll still be here. Well,
just listen to us. We know everything.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Andy, just call us. But yeah, gosh, I'm glad I allowed you to get that off your shoulders.
Thanks. That's about the 8th time today I've had to do that. Oh, it's almost a routine at this point. Make sure you hit this point and this point and this point. I mean, freaking Darrell Williams had 2 catches in a row. 2 out of the next 3 plays was Darrell Williams screen passes after Clyde got hurt. Throw it to him before he gets hurt. It's ridiculous. It's so dumb. Every time you get on the field, you got 4 of the best 5 players. Every time.
Every single time.
I mean, I would take Mahomes, and then Josh Allen, and then I'd take Tyreek, and I'd take Kelsey. You know, I mean, maybe Stephon Diggs is next, but I mean, that defense should be good.
Yeah.
We got more than half of our money on defense.
Yeah.
And it was for, 4 games in February of 2020.
Well, that was an important,
really important
4 games.
It was.
I mean, and they're still not, like, we don't have our whole defense yet.
No.
I mean, not that one puzzle piece is going to dramatically change things, but that's what I just keep asking is, like, it's not that, it's the same defense we had last year.
Yes and no. I mean, Chris Jones isn't an end.
It's the same people.
Same people.
We had last year.
In the wrong spot.
Right.
Yeah.
It's the same people.
So put it back.
Put it back the way it was.
Like, this Chris Jones experiment was fun.
Yeah, he's not at the end.
Like, when he's going like this, and Lamar Jackson's running an RPO, he's like, all right, and then he goes this way, and Lamar Jackson goes that way. Like,
I also feel like our corners were more involved. Like, Tyrann Mathieu is more involved in the frontline game than what he has been this year. But maybe that's a playoffs type thing.
That guy does not want to make a tackle. He does not want to hit anybody.
He got money. They're all rich and spoiled.
Or maybe he needs to get money.
Really?
Yeah. Tyrann Mathieu, I was saying this to a customer earlier. Tyrann Mathieu is a good safety when you're ahead.
Yeah.
Like if he's there to stop the run, he probably even shouldn't be a safety.
Yeah.
But when he's back, when you're ahead in the game, when you're 10 points up and they need to throw the ball, he's a ball hawk, he can just end it. And he did that several times last year.
Yeah.
But we were ahead, you know? Like when we're behind or even or close and Josh Allen can go for 3rd and 8 and run, he's not stopping Josh Allen. He's got 50 pounds on Josh Allen. Or Lamar Jackson.
Really?
I bet Josh Allen's 50 pounds heavier than Tyrann.
Oh, yeah. I thought you meant it the other way.
Oh, yeah. I may have said it the other way.
Yeah.
But he's really good at what he does, but this year he's not in the position to do what he does.
Yeah.
It's like his position, this is his permanent position right now. This is it.
Hands up.
Watching Dan Sorensen run out of bounds while the tight end streaks down the sidelines.
Well,
this is going to be a short podcast, guys, by the way.
Yeah, we're pretty much done. Our linebackers are awful and have been since Derek Johnson. AFC top teams have gotten better. Buffalo, Chargers, Cleveland, Baltimore. True.
We've played all 4 of them this year.
Yeah. And lost to 3 of them. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Lots of parity in the NFL right now. Tons of close games. We'll see who can adjust the best. I think that's Andy Reid's biggest strength is his ability to adjust and make changes.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we'll see.
I wonder why. I think they realize that our linebackers are awful and have been, and Andy Reid won't draft linebackers. They know that better than anybody because they've spent both of their last 2 second-round picks on linebackers, right? Wasn't Gay a second-rounder?
Willie Gay's good.
Yeah, Bolton's a second-rounder.
Bolton's good.
Yeah, hopefully they'll be fine, but you spend 2 second-rounders on one position, there's an issue.
Yeah.
So that's the only level of our defense that doesn't have a superstar. I think Chris Jones and Frank Clark. Chris Jones is a superstar if you use him right. Tyrann Mathieu can be a really, really good player. L'Jarius Sneed's a superstar.
He's good.
He shut down Diggs all night long.
Yeah.
And he's done it to a lot of other guys.
And we still lost. That's how bad Daniel Sorensen is.
Yeah, when they're I don't even know if he's a backup. I've never heard that guy before in my life. Like
Hollywood Jones? Or no, not Hollywood Jones.
No, the dude. Yeah. Knox, was it? Or whoever the Bills tight end was. Nobody will ever hear from him again because Daniel Sorensen's not gonna cover him. Daniel Sorensen.
Well, anyways, that's been the Warehouse Sports Cards Chiefs cast. But we are going to have to get off of here. We really appreciate you all stopping by. I hope it was somewhat educational and somewhat entertaining. Yeah, come by and see us if y'all are some of the regulars, or if you're in Kansas City, come by and see us.
Go Chiefs.
Go Chiefs.
It's all right.
But we really appreciate it. So thanks for stopping by, guys. We'll try to do a regular size podcast next week.
Sports cards. More sports cards.
More and more sports cards.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no way we're not going to talk about the Chiefs.
At least we'll be 3-3. See you, everyone.